PCS Laundry Live, week number 5, broadcasting from a laundromat in a suburban city just outside of New York. We're sitting up the street a little bit this time, just to give you a little different view of things. Alright, see, now, here we go again with the horizontal versus the vertical hold. Because this week, I got it horizontal, even though I don't like it. But the comments are coming up vertically, so they're going from left to right across the screen sideways. So I'm going to turn the phone the other way. This is a bitch, man. This is like really screwing things up. And now watch, it's not going to let me turn it back. But let's see what happens. Everybody hold on. Rotate your vise. You can't turn the phone while live. Alright, you know what? So I guess we're locked into this. I apologize. I know I kind of got the feeling that the horizontal view was better. We are sideways. Mike Petty. So what does it look like now? This is a rough start. Everything look okay? Are we looking alright? But portrait instead of landscape? Somebody let me know. Mike Petty, Lisa Rossell, Steve Phillips. Hello from upstate Blue York. I'm in downstate Blue York, man, so good on that. Anyway, as always, thank you all for supporting Planet Common Sense on Facebook. The growth was real good this week. We had a lot of cool stuff happen. Picked up another 150, 200 people, which is always cool. So welcome to any new people checking in on the live show. I know I was talking to somebody just about an hour or so ago on Messenger who was asking about the site, and I'm sorry, I don't remember your name, but if you're out there, pop in. Just let me know you're out there and check it out. Let us know what you think. Don't be shy. It's a good group of people here. So again, thanks again for all your support on Planet Common Sense. Reminder, get on that Planet Common Sense lifeboat because the day is coming. So we got the backup site up and inactive and nothing's going on. I'll post the link later if you want. You just go there and you click follow and you're not going to hear anything from there ever. Unless something goes wrong here, then you're going to get like the bat signal is going to go up. I'll send something out there, and whoever's there is going to know that the original Planet Common Sense is down and the backup site's up, and we'll figure out what to do from there. So that's that. And again, I'll post a link for that later on after the show. Thanks also to everybody who picked up a copy of the book, Thoughts from the Real, on Amazon. An old book from about 7 years ago, but it's still kind of cool. And it's a best of the original Planet Common Sense platform, which was a WordPress blog back going from 2011 to 2012. $3.99 on Amazon. Thank you so much to everybody who picked up a copy of the book. I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely would love to get into talking about some of that stuff. So anybody wants to post, probably tough on this on the live thing, because it's to really get deep into stuff. But I would definitely like to get into some of that stuff when anybody who's read the book. If you haven't read the book yet, $3.99 on Amazon. End of pimping for now. We'll get back to that later on, and I will post the link later. So, let me catch up and see who's checking in here. We got 21 people in here already, so that's a rousing start to the evening. We got Lisa, we got Linda Bleefnick, Mona Evans, we got Peter Ricard coming in from California, Deborah Patera, Fingasm, she's hitting the heart button again. Sharon Mondry, we got Sam and Deb Kane from Oklahoma. Pinky Williams from Indianapolis. I think you're new. Great name. Tell us about Pinky sometimes. That's a kind of cool nickname, or maybe that's your real name. I don't know. No offense. But cool. Thanks to everybody checking in. Up to 26 now. This is booming. So, what do we got? So much stupid this week. So much stupid this week. So much stupid this week. Guys, try not to message me during the show because it just blocks the screen. I forgot to mention that before. So in the next hour, hold off on the messages. Anyway, but yeah, so much stupid this week, okay? You know, it's something new every day. And the thing about this stupid is it's little stupid. It's not even big stupid. It's not real stupid. It's not stupid that's going to happen. It's just stupid that you can't even bite into. It's almost like you don't want to even make fun of it anymore. It's like, all right, not this bullshit again. But it's like, you know, the president goes to Vietnam to try and work on ending 50 years of military conflict on the Korean Peninsula. And the Democratic Party acts like a bunch of 16-year-old kids whose parents went away to Atlantic City for the weekend. So they invite all their idiot friends over to wreck the house and raid the liquor cabinet and do abortions and whatever else, you know, stupid things stupid people can think of. So there's so much to dive into on that. You know, we can get to all or none of it. I'm fine either way. Yeah, man. How about Michael Cohen? That was pretty stupid. Killing babies. That was like pretty stupid. That was really stupid. We got all sorts of stuff, but we can get into any of that, or we can get into none of it. Like I said, Rob Kuzma. I'm going to say this wrong, man. I don't think I've ever actually said your name out loud before. Rob Kuzmiras. How'd I do? Let me know. Hey, bro. Gigi Simone, my second Friday night spent with you doing your laundry. People are going to start talking. I get that a lot, Gigi. Pardon me. For those of you who don't know the format here, or anybody new checking in the first time, this is laundry night, man. This originally started out a year ago, I guess, probably almost when I first started the site. It's just chilling on the page, and it was laundry and ghetto chicken night, because I come and do my laundry on Fridays, and when I'm done, I go to Kennedy Fried Chicken, or Dirty Chinese right next door. We're not going to talk about that on it. I'm just trying to give you the rundown if you don't know what you're looking at or what's going on. But came, did the laundry. We're in the dryer now, so everything's cooking. We got a full hour to talk about whatever you want, so bring it. Deborah Patero, where's Glenn? I'm right here. I've been talking for like 5 minutes now. So, Amy L. Norman House, Knox Vegas reppin'. Kushmer. Sorry about that, man. I'm just trying to sound out. I'm usually pretty good with the names too, but Rob Kushmer, I'll get that and I'll remember it. V. Marie, I almost missed the show. Hi, everybody. Well, we're gonna go for an hour, so there's plenty of time to jump in and jump out and tell us what you got. The other thing I wanted to get into tonight a little bit, if we have some time, and we should make a point of it. And I started talking about it last week toward the end, and we didn't have time, was some of the stuff I talk about the things that go on online, or however you want to talk about it, just the technical stuff, and running a page of this type, a site of this type on Facebook. And some of the things I go, and you hear me talk about all the time about the shadow banning and about the invite banning and about the even the stupid little you can't like stuff or you're liking things too fast. I want to get into that, and I just want to give you a better picture on what that all means, like the whole layout of that. But we can jump on that and later on in the hour. Deborah Patera, am I the only one seeing nothing on the screen? I don't know, because I'm seeing an intersection here, some cars going by. There goes the police, no sirens, so I guess everything's staying pretty calm tonight. Got a couple of car dealerships up that way, so if you're not seeing any of that, something's wrong on your end. So hopefully that'll work itself out. But if you can hear me, then that should be all right. Just chill and hang out and see what goes on. Keith Bristol, hey Glenn, happy Friday to you too. Denise Robinson, hey, no snow. We got snow. It's annoying snow. We're in the middle of like 4 storms that are coming this weekend. Penny Picky Williams sees a busy street corner. So Deborah Patera, that's on you. Mary Gunny, I think that was Mary Gunny. Mary Gunny from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Kira Weber Hopwood, 5 for 5, I think, and whoever else is 5 for 5, say so. I want to let you rep. You've been here from the start. I see your shoe. That's my shoes. Okay, you're going to see a lot of things, but mostly listen. That's the whole idea. I forgot what I was just talking about, but that's all right. I do that a lot, but we usually think of something else and get right back into it. So, what do you got? Kira Weber, Hopwood. I see traffic for Where's My Cooch Cortez to play in. You're going to make me talk about that ridiculous little circus monkey on Friday night while I'm trying to chill and unwind. If we want to talk about her, we can do that. But whatever. Josh Meyer, Canton, Georgia, in the house. Let me know if you're anywhere near Rockmart. I used to spend some time down there. I liked it a lot. Cool on you. Thanks for coming in. Mike Petty, are you up for some tomfoolery tonight? I don't know, man. You know what? And I didn't say this at the start, but I should have, because it's fucking freezing out here tonight. It's like 5 degrees colder than it was last week. And it sucks. I hate this weather so much. My hands are like, the thing about the, what I was saying last week when I was holding the phone horizontally and I was having trouble negotiating through the comments, it wasn't even so much that like it was harder to do. It's just that my fingers were so cold, I couldn't feel anything. So I think that's what half the problem was with that. But no I don't know. Well, you know what? I'd never say never, but tomfoolery tonight. It's cold, man. I don't want to get into any kind of shit like that. And it's pretty cold. I can't wait till the summer comes. This is going to be so much more fun. So, B. Marie, for almost all this week, every time I hit to go to the home screen, it only showed the screen where it says Get Started with a button that says Add Friends, and I wasn't seeing your posts. PCS. I you know what? I just don't know what to tell you on stuff like that. That tech stuff, everybody sees different things. It's never the same thing. It's all kinds of different problems with that. So I wish I could help you with stuff like that. I wish I could make it easier for you, but I just don't know what to tell you. The things I know, what to do with, like talking about, like when I tell you about, like they took 10 followers off. That's like real stuff. Like they really do that. So always check your settings, like once a week or once every couple of weeks or whatever. Just got to make sure you're still following. Click follow. Everybody who didn't click follow yet, I'm still waiting. Make sure it's set to see first. And there's going to be days where you go there and you're going to find that you're not following the site anymore because they undo it. They really do that. Like, I'm not making that shit up. And they did it for a long time where it was 7. They took 7 off every single night. And like I posted screenshots of it when it was exactly 7. Sometimes like it didn't add up, but it was enough that I knew that was actually what was going on. And then as soon as I hit the 5,000, it jumped to 10 like that day. So I guess there's like, you open new superpowers as you go along, like a video game. The other thing I thought was kind of maybe interesting, and we should get into this like when I start talking about like the shadow ban and all that, was that it sits in the back of my head. I'm wondering if they're testing me. Like, let's see how observant this douche is, and if he pays attention to what we're doing and how much we can fuck with him and get away with it. Which the fact is, they can get away with anything. Because like this is fleeting, they could end this whole thing with the click of an enter button. So I make no pretense about that. But yeah, it's just it's a wacky freaking thing. But anyway, V. Marie, sorry about that if you're having trouble with that. But it's most likely it's going to be at your end. So I can't help you with that, and I apologize. Cindy Pappas dress shoes? Nah, they're not dress shoes. They're actually some stompers. Hang on, lift up. They're just boots. They're just like black work boots. But they're kind of cool because they got, I don't know if you can see it or not, like an ineffective little zipper on the side there. That zipper doesn't do anything. I think it's just for showing. It goes up and down, but I can't get the shoes off because it doesn't go down enough. And I can't like leave it unzipped and then put the shoe back on, like slip my foot into it, which would have been kind of cool. So it's more for decorative, and it's like covered by my pants so nobody sees it anyway. But now, not dress shoes, just some ass kicker boots. Lisa Rossell, 4 or 5 times for me, very cool. Linda Bleefnick, do any of the passers-by give you odd looks? No, I mean, I haven't had that much, and I kind of try and go where like there's not a lot of foot traffic. Everybody's just doing their own thing and paying their own mind to their own business, which is good by me. Stay out of mine. Leave me alone. Leave me alone and lonely, like the theme song said. And that's all good. And I'm sure eventually that'll change because somebody will come and get into it. Like I'll be sitting over where you don't normally sit. There's like some picnic tables, like these concrete picnic tables and chessboards and stuff. And I sit over there, and there's a lot more people going to be out, like in the summertime. I talked about that a few times already, how they kind of like do like this little street party. So there'll be a lot more people, which will certainly increase the likelihood of encountering some of the natives, some of the locals. But everybody's been pretty cool so far. And the thing is, too, I don't know why I'm coughing so much. I don't know. Whatever. It's New York, so, like, everybody's got some wacky shit going on. Who knows what. And nobody pays much attention to what anybody else is doing as long as you're staying out of each other's business. So, not a big thing. Passers-by thus far have not been a problem. Brian Patterson's been here 5 for 5. Josh Myers, about 45 minutes away. Oh, that's cool, man. We could talk about that. I don't want to start giving up locations and stuff. I don't even like giving up my location because sooner or later somebody's going to track me down and come over here, and that's going to get weird. But there's a lot of places I've been within 45 minutes, so maybe we can talk about that. My kids grew up about 50 miles north of here, which is about 45 minutes away, up in Brewster. So I don't know if you're around there, but very nice. Lisa Russell, time to move south, man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do about that. That time is coming because my kids are going to be done with school pretty soon, and it's like not to say that they don't need me anymore, so I can move on. It's not like that, but I hate the weather here, and I don't hate New York. People outside of New York hate New York, but mostly because of what you read about New York, because you haven't been here. Or if you've been here, it's been for a visit, and you're seeing little bits and pieces in New York. And there's a lot of cool stuff in New York too, but there's just a lot of shitty stuff too. It's just I isolate myself from the politics of New York. I don't pay much attention to the local stuff or even to state stuff unless it really, this thug gangster asshole up in Albany that we have for governor. Yeah, he pops up now and then. De Blasio, that big dummy down in the city. But that doesn't affect me, man. I got a front row seat for all the dumbassery that occurs down in Manhattan without it really affecting me. So I can sit back and laugh at all that nonsense. But I hate New York City. I don't go into New York City for anything. Anything. And I was actually going to go Sunday. I was going to go down to the city Sunday just to take a picture with that billboard they put up telling Alexandria occupationally challenged that she screwed up that whole Amazon deal. And I wanted to go down and just take a picture with the billboard because that would have been freaking great. I would have put that up just on a 5-minute little quick shot and then taking some pictures. But I didn't. I ended up not going. The weather sucked. But I don't go into the city, man. And again, going back to when you're from away from here. Oh wow, I should go in here, man. This is a little garage bay. There's nice acoustics. My voice sounds very sexy in here. Maybe I'll stay in here. But so you come to New York, and it's you go to Times Square. It's a cool thing to see. There's no place else like it in the world. And there's other places that are no place like it in the world, too, but that's one of those places. New York City, everybody gets there eventually, sooner or later. It's a cool place to visit. That old nugget that people say, oh, it's a great place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there. That's New York. New York sucks to live here and see it every day and see the shit that goes on. But it's a cool place to come. But I won't go to this. I used to go to the city a lot when my kid was in high school. My older boy was a track stud. We talked about that, I think, last week. And they have their meets. There's a place in Manhattan, actually up in Washington Heights, up in the north end of Manhattan, they call it the Armory, but it's the New Balance Track and Field Center at the Armory in Fort Washington, New York. And it is the Yankee Stadium or the Madison Square Garden of track and field. It's a great place. The facility is fantastic. They have the Track and Field Hall of Fame there. It's just a cool place. So my kid was running. He was running that. You'd be down there every week during the winter. So I'd go down and see his meets. But even with that, I would literally get on the train, take the train to Grand Central Station, walk underground over to the subway, take the subway up to 168th Street from 42nd Street where Grand Central Station is, get out of the subway there, walk up a flight of stairs and across the street into the arena, and then it was done. The times I would go into New York, I stayed underground because I just don't. And not that that's a treat either, because the subterranean humanity down there is not, if anything, probably worse than the above ground humanity. And I'm just not big on humanity in general. So I don't do New York City, man. It's just this is gonna sound horrible, and please don't take it the wrong way, and I'll explain if I feel like I have to, but there's too much diversity for me. And what I mean by that, like, I don't mean like anything against anybody. It's just like, I'd rather just not be in the midst of it. And it's nothing personal with any particular group. It's just having it all melded together. It's like the melting pot or whatever you want, you know. It's just too much going on. Like that's my trip on New York. Like, well, I grew up in this area. I've been here my whole life. I moved to Connecticut for a little while back in the dark ages of marriage. But I'm a New York guy. Like, it's just my place, and this it's going to be weird to leave. But then going back to what I was saying, like, the kids are going to be done with school soon, and there's just so many reasons to not stay here in New York anymore. It's so expensive. Like, everything here costs more than just about anywhere else in the country. And the weather sucks. It's freezing out, you know. But cutting ties, I mean, been here for 53 years. It's a weird thing. And I don't know where I would go or what I would do. I'm pretty settled in where I work. And it's you know, it's a job that allows me, while not paying me a whole lot, allows me, you know, a lot of flexibility and to do other things. And, you know, changing jobs. I don't like change. That's another thing. That's a big thing for me. But I don't know. You guys suggest to me some places, and maybe I'll move. Who knows? Anybody wants to adopt me, like, you could adopt me. That'd be cool. Or, like, if there's any sugar mamas out there that, nah, let's not even get into that, because marriage isn't, nah. Forget I even said that. All right, anyway, let's walk around a little bit because there's a little too much traffic here. So I'm going to try and catch up with some of these comments now. Petty Pinky Williams, I bought my husband and son coffee mugs this week. Let's try to keep the dumb fuckery to a minimum today. Yeah, so much. Good luck with that, because the dumb fuckery just finds you. You know, keeping it to a minimum. We're going to get some, I want to get coffee mugs. Check this out. Because like we talked about t-shirts and stuff, and that's still, you know, it's a money thing, and we'll get that worked out soon enough. But that's, I promise you, we're going to have t-shirts. But the other thing was a coffee mug for PCS Sunday Brunch. I mean, how could you have PCS Sunday Brunch without a PCS Sunday Brunch coffee mug? It's like the perfect gift. So we're going to work on that too. We got some other things coming. You know, not to be a big whore about the book, but if I sell a few hundred copies of the book, then that leads to, you know, a little bit of a budget to get some t-shirts cooking. And so go buy that book. It's a good book too. But we'll get the t-shirts, maybe get the coffee mugs, got all sorts of other things. Thinking about doing another live thing too. Sunday afternoons are kind of open up now. Some scheduling changes happen. And so I was thinking of maybe doing like a Sunday thing. I think I'm going to wait till it gets a little nicer out though. But, and you know what? I mean, again, with this, the live thing is still new and we're still just feeling it out. So it might suck. Nobody's really telling, like, everybody seems to be like, oh yeah, it's cool, I'm having a good time. But you know, you're my friends. What are you going to say? Yeah, well, no, that's not true. You tell me I suck. I tell myself I suck more than you do. But, you know, not to bite off too much on the live stuff. You know, it seems like it's going well, and I feel more comfortable as I go. And I'm really enjoying this format. Honestly, more than just, you know, the text and typing. Which, again, I said, we touched on this last week. I'm not going to not do that, but, like, you know, I can't. It's just a cool new thing. And maybe that's part of it, too, is the newness of it. But we may look into starting that as soon as the weather gets a little better, just chilling on Sunday afternoons, which would be kind of cool because we do the Sunday brunch in the morning. I finish up at work. I get out and, you know, we go see what we can do with that. But checking on the comments. Yvonne Simone, welcome. Marie, Jeffrey West, Dark State at its best. Petty shit stoppers, that's him. That's my kid called him. Shelly Holder, turn the camera around. All right, I'll give you a quick flash, but that's it. Because then I'll explain why after. You ready? All right, everybody good? Shelly, I want you to listen. I don't want you to look. It's distracting when you're trying to look with treat this like a radio show, like, I'll walk around and we'll look at stuff and I see like wacky stuff. I'll point it out because that's going to be kind of interesting too, because I see shit like that nobody else in the world sees sometimes. But I'd rather not focus on like, sitting in front of a camera and just like pouring stuff into the camera. Like, I don't want you staring at me. I want you just listening to me. That's what I kind of want to achieve. So look at it like a radio show. But there, you got the little face. You got my shoes and you got my face. John Mayer, shit kicker boots. These boots were made for stomping. Yeah. I had some badass gray boots that I really liked. But they wore out really quick, and I don't know why. And they started making my back hurt. Well, that was also when I started with the workouts too, but I'm not even getting into that. Shift kickers, Steve Phillips, shift kickers, nice. Barbara Brickhill, hello. Who else we got? Mark Hutchins in the house. Mark Hutchins, it looks cold. It is, man, it's not horrible. I'm going to tough it out. It's a little colder than it was last week. But I can't do this inside, man, because like I got to kind of be all reserved and quiet. And if we start talking about some shit that pisses me off, I'm just going to start popping and I'll scare little kids and I'll get a whole bunch of little Hispanic women like all riled up and upset, and they're going to start talking about me in Spanish, and that's going to bother me, and I'm not going to be able to concentrate on the show. So it's better if I'm outside. So weighing all of that against my hands being cold, I'm going to go with my hands being cold and do it outside so I can kick loose and yell and scream if I have to. Ellen Hulslander, you sound like Carlin. So everybody keeps giving me that Carlin thing, which I don't object to at all. It's very cool. I was a big George Carlin fan, but I just don't see it. I get the white beard. I mean, that's the only thing I see. He was a skinny little guy. I'm a tubby bitch. Well, I'm not as bad as I used to be, but I'm definitely not George Carlin skinny. Hang on a minute. I know, don't smoke. Yeah, I know. So everybody tells me the Carlin thing, like when we did the, if we were going to cast Planet Common Sense now on Sunday, and people were hitting me with Carlin, but they've been doing that, like people have been saying that for a long time, and again, it's like I'm not taking it as like a bad thing. Because Carlin was great, but I just don't see it. It's just kind of, and I don't think I sound like him either. I'll tell you who I sound like, and it's who I think I sound like. It's a funny thing, and especially now that, trying out doing this live stuff. There's a person I sound like, and there's a person who I think, and I swear on my kids, I didn't do this on purpose. It just worked out that way. I think I sound like Jimmy Norton. If you ever heard the comedian Jim Norton, he used to be on the Opie and Anthony show, and he's done some TV stuff, and he's done some voice work. But there's just like one little pinch I do in my voice that just, when I listen to the shows back, like I'm like that kind of a jerk that I go back and I listen to. Well, no, I mean, I guess that's like business research, whatever. I don't want to know what I sound like. But like I go back to listen to the show and I'll say certain things and be like, dude, you sound just like Jimmy Norton. Like, and you can't do that because he's like a pretty big comedian. And if this starts going anywhere and people start watching it, it's going to be a little awkward when all of a sudden you sound like a very well-known comedian. Like right there, when I just did that little inflection on my voice, that's when I sound like Jim Norton. So if anybody knows, like if anybody's familiar with Jim Norton, tell me if you hear it too, because it's like I kind of want to know if it's just me or if that's a real thing. And the other thing is too, I swear I've been what I am my whole life. Okay, this is what I look like, and this is how I act, and this is how I dress, and the shaved head, and I guess maybe 3 months ago, I'm gonna call it 3 months. I'm bad with like short time like that. I started watching the Joe Rogan show, and I'm seeing things I do and that I've always done that are things that he does, like little, just the style, and I don't know, again, maybe I'm way off base on this too. Please let me know if you're a Joe Rogan fan and you watch or listen to him. But like I see myself in him and I'm like, dude, this is gonna suck, because I swear I'm not like doing it on purpose. I just started watching the guy. And I didn't pick this up for him. I'm not trying to like imitate him, but I sound like him, and it bothers the hell out of me. So like I also noticed a couple of like little phrases that I keep saying over and over again, which I'm working on that. Like I say, okay, well it's like this, or okay, this is what that's all about. You know, I catch myself saying, I said that like 7 times, man. You sound like an asshole. I got to stop that. So I'm trying to, you know, hone my, hey. I'm sorry?
Hard.
Say that one more time.
Hard.
Hard?
Yeah.
No. What do you mean hard?
Like I'm looking for my buddy told me all up and down in Manor.
Yeah.
Like it's like $60 for a haircut.
So you're looking to get a haircut?
Yeah.
Well, there's a right across the street. There's a barber shop right there with the red and blue sign. I think that's it. I don't have my glasses on. I can't see. Guys, I'm sorry. Hang on just a minute. I'm helping out a passerby here. I think it's with the red awning over there. There's a barber shop.
Oh, okay.
So check them out, man. They'll hook you up.
I'm looking for like a good price.
Oh, I don't know, man. Like, here, let me show you something. I'm bald as fuck, so I don't know anything about getting haircuts.
You don't know anything about it.
I literally haven't had a haircut in like 20-something years because I've been shaving my head the whole time. So I'm not an authority on like cheap cuts, but I know there's a barber shop over there.
All right, thank you.
And maybe they can help you out, man.
God bless
All
you.
right, good luck. All right, guys, so there you go. We had our first encounter with a live person. That went well. Nobody tried to rob me or sell me drugs. So cool on that. That's another one. Cool on that. I always say that. I got to cut that out. So let me know how I handled that. I think I did pretty good. I helped the guy out with a haircut. What the hell? Lisa Rossell, I couldn't stand the gun laws and the taxes. Now, where are you talking about? I'm guessing you're talking about New York. The taxes are awful. The rents are awful. The price of gas is awful. I mean, and I don't even use gas. I don't drive. But just the price of everything. I mean, the only thing cheap around here is ghetto chicken and the laundromat. But you can't have that every night, right? So, anyway, that. I gotta put the phone down for a second. Hold on. I'm back. Okay. Colorado's becoming California. Yvonne Simone. I've been hearing that. Like, now something just happened this week in Colorado, too. Oh, I can't remember what it was. I think I even posted something. If anybody remembers a post about Colorado in the last couple of days, I put up so much shit. I can't keep up with it. Like, I only keep, like, certain things stick and certain things don't. I was thinking about, like, the funny one. And it wasn't even like, like rolling on the floor funny, but the one with that couple, that white couple, the big fat guy, and the lady with the fake tan, where she's like almost brown, and they identify as black. They're white, and they identify as black, and they're gonna have a kid, and they're gonna raise the kid, and the kid's gonna be black. And then they think of it like Ralph Northam must be like, what the fuck, man? Like, seriously? And you're that's blackface. And I'm going to end up losing my job over it. But whatever. I guess it wasn't that funny. Mark Hutchins grew up in Nebraska. Hate the cold. Gotcha, man. And you got some cold in Nebraska, too. Indiana weather sucks. Eric Hunter, my kid, looked at Indiana University coming out of high school, so he almost got some of that. But he's way upstate New York now. He's getting some cold himself. Mike Petty, make a snowball and throw it at the unsuspecting pedestrian. You see, you're a troublemaker, man. Like, I just ran into this guy just now. I had no idea what the fuck he was talking about, and I thought he was going to try and like sell me some drugs. But he was looking for a haircut at a barber shop, which, again, I don't really know anything about that. You want me to go cause trouble, man? You want to see like 5 squad cars roll up, which will happen if I start some shit, and then I end up in jail, and we don't get an hour, and I don't get to sleep at home tonight, or get ghetto chicken, or dirty Chinese. So I'm going to have you come as a special guest, and we'll have you do some stunts and see how that goes. If that puts like a different perspective on it. Patty Pinky Williams, you mean you aren't excited about more snow? Here's what's up. And I started saying, that's another one. Here's what's up. I gotta get all these little things out. The weather right now is like we had snow 2 nights ago, like an inch, and then it went away. And then the next morning or afternoon it snowed again, and then it stopped and went away. Then we had a windstorm. It was like 60-mile-an-hour winds. And then it snowed again the next day after that, like an inch, and it went. And today, it snowed yesterday. It didn't snow yesterday afternoon. Then it snowed again last night. and it was still snowing a little bit this morning, and then it stopped, and now it's supposed to snow again tonight, and then again. It's just fucking ridiculous, man. Like March 1st, right? All the snow is coming in on March 1st, so March comes in like a lion and goes out like a big fat douchebag, and that always works out that way for me. So, Eric Hunter, I'll work on my day off. What's that? I don't know what that context was to that. Oh, let me catch up here. Yvonne Simone left New York, 2004, Long Island. I spent a lot of time out on Long Island. Seaford area, early days. West Babylon for a while, and that whole area, the 5 towns, which was like Seaford. No, that was Seaford, Massapequa, yada, yada, yada. And then I was way out east in Ridge. I was playing in bands like back when I was a kid, a long, long time ago. I was a singer for a metal band, a couple of different metal bands, and that was the circuit we played there. Like if you know Long Island and you go back a ways on Long Island, it was like Sundance out in Bayshore. There was the Right Track Inn. There was my father's place, and like every club, every town had a little rock club in it. So yeah, I like Long Island a lot. South Shore is cool. I'm a Long Island Sound kid. Like I grew up on the shores of Long Island Sound, mostly just kicking around my dad's boat during the summer. I'm a pirate and a harbor rat, whatever you want to call it. But Mark Hutchins been all over the world, have not seen New York yet. Go figure. It's worth it, man. Like again, like I said before, there's just no place like it. Like you could go to the Hard Rock Cafe and have an overpriced burger, and that be your tourist thing. But at the same time, like you could go out at 3 o'clock in the morning, walk a half a block, and hire somebody to tickle your ass with a feather. And that's New York. Like that's how New York works. You know, there's anything you want, anything you need, anything that you want that you don't want anybody to know about is available here. And it's got its cool stuff too. Like I said, Times Square is awesome. One time, you know, or every couple years. Like you go down there and you look around and it's like, this is pretty cool. But like you can see that, I don't know. That's just not me. I'm done with it. So, Mark Hutchins, Jersey's the closest I've come to New York City. That's not even close. Sam Dudley Toner, hey, what's up? What do we got? Valerie Meyer, where's all that global warming we were promised, right? Global warming. Green New Deal. The Green New dumbass moron circus monkey deal. That was, I'm wondering now if that was like a fraternity initiation for the idiot, for Alex the dummy, Alex Gilligan, where like Nancy Pelosi and Dianne Feinstein and all of them got together. So what are we going to do with this stupid little twat? And they were like, I don't know, I got an idea. Let's come up with this ridiculous thing that everybody's going to laugh at, and everybody's going to shake their head and say, what the fuck are you talking about? And give it to her. Say, hey, you know, you're the new star. We got this thing for you. We want you to present it. And then hand her the papers. Say, go home and study this and get a rap on it. And we're going to put you in front of the cameras, and you're going to tell the whole country about the Green New Deal. And she's like, okay. Because she's stupid. And then they just giggle and say, oh, this is going to be great. And we sit here and we look at it on the phones like, this is great. The Green New Deal, I mean, it's never going to happen. I mean, and you got to think, this is another thing too, and we should touch on this. I've been trying to like write something about this for a long, long time, about how there are rational, intelligent, thinking Democrats. And a lot of you don't seem to understand that, like, but there really are. And I get it why you don't. Because they don't act that way a lot of the time. Like, you go on the news and you go online and you see the psychos because that's what sells. And it's the same thing from the right. Like, they show the psychos too. And the ultimate, you know, people talk about a civil war. Obviously, if there's going to be a civil war, that's going to break out. It's going to be, clearly, it's going to be between the left and the right. There's no Manson-Nixon line dividing us. We're all meshed together. It's going to be chaos. And again, like, I'm not even going to go deep into that because we could talk about that for hours too, and the potential and how it would play out. It would be a nightmare. It would be the worst thing we ever had, and it'll break the country. But at the end of the day, if that does happen, You're gonna have to talk to these people afterwards.
Question.
Yes.
Can you do me a favor?
What does you need to?
If I give you the mic, can you get me?
No, I can't do that. No. Good luck though. Good luck with that. We're getting a lot of people here tonight. This is, I don't know how I feel about it yet. Okay, so we're talking about the aftermath of a civil war. In the aftermath of a civil war, you're going to have to talk to people and put the country back together. You're going to have to talk to people from that side. You need to come to the realization that there are the equivalent of us, which we're not the psychos on the right. And there's psychos on the right too, but that's not us. We're normal working people. We go to work, we take care of our family, try and save a little money for the future. You know, every once in a while you go to a movie, and that's us. Like, we're America, and that's what we proclaim, and it's true. But on the other side of the coin, there's that same level of people on that side, on the left, that are the same as us. You know, they're reasonable people. They're the people who are looking at all this bullshit that goes on and just shake their heads like, this can't be real. This is atrocious. This is, you know, nobody is going to do this stuff. Nobody's going to get behind this. And you gotta wonder if those people look at this idiot stuff that they're coming out with this Green New Deal. We're going to get rid of air travel and cows aren't allowed to fart. Who the fuck thought that up? And worse than that, who's the second person who didn't say, you know what, that's ridiculous, and people are going to laugh at us, and we're going to lose our elections because of this? Like, where's the check to that? Like, anybody can be, you know, there's a rogue idiot who comes up with an idea like that. You need people to check that person and say, that's fucking stupid, and we can't do it. But they don't even have that. Like, everybody's like, yeah, let's do that. Let's kill air travel and put like 50 million whatever people out of work by killing air travel. Let's kill the beef industry and put 1 million people out of work. They give. I'm baffled by it, and this is what I was talking about earlier. How there's so much stupid, but you can't get a grip on it because it's so stupid. It's like trying to argue with smoke. It's like trying to grab smoke. There's nothing tangible. It's like you look at this thing, the Green New Deal, and you know, we can joke about this and other things that aren't as funny. Like, they just spent the whole week talking about killing newborn babies. There's nothing funny about that. And that, again, goes back to what I was saying about, like, people on that side, the people from the left, a lot of them can't be okay with that. You just can't be, man. If I'm wrong, and people are, like, behind that sort of thing, like real people, not the leadership, and real people, if I'm wrong about that, I'm sorry, first of all, for being wrong, because I hate being wrong, but I'm not afraid of it. But we're done as a country if that's like the kind of thing that we're going to get behind, and we're going to guys, stop messaging. Please try not to message me during the shows. It blocks the screen and I lose track, and I can't keep track of things. But we're at a real crossroads here, and I think a lot of it's just such bullshit. I think it's just show, and it's distraction from, like, you know, he's doing good things, Trump's doing good things, but let's take away from that. Let's put this monkey on a stand in front of a whole bunch of other monkeys in Congress and have them ask him questions that they know he's going to lie about, because he already lied about the same questions they asked him. And that's okay. It's show. It's no substance to it. There isn't going to be a new Green Deal. That's ridiculous. And I have to believe there isn't going to be any kind of a law ever where it's okay to kill a newborn child. I mean, I hate to even give this scumbag any credit, but if I gave him one thing that he said that was right and pertinent and stands up to time, it's that line that Barack Obama said, "That's not us." And the only reason is because this dumbheadery, this stupidity about, like, killing newborn kids, that's not us. I can't believe that's us. It can't be. And if it is, then we deserve whatever happens. We're going to let people who have that sort of ideology, start running things. We're done. We're not, that's not us. That's really not us. So, I don't know. I'm going back to the comments. You're bringing my Friday down. Eric Hunter, this is cool. I'm hoping you're talking about the show. Dina Van Buskirk Kane, love the live show. Thank you very much. Valerie Meyer, the live thing called S-Fun. I'm just reading what it said. The live thing called S-Fun. You need to maybe address the comments as they come. I was doing that, and the thing is, like, I could just sit here and yell everybody's name all night for an hour. It's cool too. I mean, I want, what I'm trying to do is just pick things out here and there as I scroll. So I'll get to everybody's stuff the best I can. Also, please remember, I don't see all the comments. Some of them just don't come up at all, because when I go back and look at the shows after, like, I'm like, we talked about that, and I don't even remember seeing that. It's just weird. And the other thing is, they come fast, and when I start talking like a maniac in my New York flow, it's hard to, like, stay focused on the comments coming up. But I'll try and do better on it. And again, it's a learning process. I'm just working on this, and it's all duly noted. I always put up a thread after too. I'll put up a post where, please, by all means, if you have anything that you think could make the show better, or that that sucked, that you didn't like, let me know. I mean, it's cool and it's awesome when you all tell me you enjoyed the show, but it's more important for me to know the stuff that sucks, so I don't do it anymore. So get with me on that. Yvonne Weldon, watching from Maui, Hawaii. You probably get the prize tonight for farthest distance away from where the show is broadcasting, and you definitely get the prize tonight for everybody hating you because you're in Hawaii and it's probably 85 degrees. We don't really hate you. We love you. There's no hate here. But thanks for letting us know. It really made my 32 degrees here feel a lot more comfortable knowing you're sitting there in Maui. I wish I was there. Judy D. Norris, Alabama here. What else? Valerie Meyer, what's the temp? I'm guessing it's around 30, 32. It's not brutally cold. Like, if it was like in the 20s, I'd just go inside and just do a low-key show, maybe cut it to a half instead of an hour. But it's not awful. But it's not fun. And my cigarette keeps going out. It's not like I haven't smoked 4 cigarettes in this 20 minutes we've been talking. I don't even know what time it is. I got to get a watch because I can't see the time when I'm live. And I don't want to watch. Like, I don't have any need for a watch because the time's on my phone and my phone's in my hand like all friggin' day. So I got to get a watch. So somebody let me know what time it is so I know where we're going, because I'll just talk all night. You know how that shit goes. So what's the temp? The temp is like 32. I can't wait till it's nice out. It's going to be so much fun. Just scrolling. Deborah Patera, eat Raymond. Who's Raymond? You eat him. Alan Holsender, Yvonne Weldon, I'm jealous. See, I told you. Okay. Dale Jernberg, damn lighters, I know. And it's cold too, so the lighter doesn't work so good. Like, you got to, like, rub it between your hands or between something to make it work. Mike Petty, just got a call. I got to go to work later, dude. All right, man. We'll see you. Catch up tomorrow. And I'm going to have this. If you don't know, I always repost the show on YouTube the next day. So if you miss anything tonight live, you can catch it tomorrow. You can actually catch it live on Facebook later. Maybe like an hour or so after the show. When I get home, I got to do my laundry and put all that, put my laundry away and get settled in. I got arms and chest tonight and some isometrics, which we can talk about that if you want. But then I'll put this up on I'll put it up on Facebook so you can catch it there, and I'll put it up on YouTube tomorrow. I keep trying to look into like setting up just a YouTube channel for PCS Laundry Live. But I just haven't gotten around to that yet. Time, we talked about time last week. It's just I got no time to do anything. But we're working on that. Ellen Holslander, you are far from tubby. I know, but my head is still tubby. I lost a lot of weight in a short amount of time, and I've lost a tremendous amount of weight over a longer amount of time. And I spent most of my life as a pretty tubby guy. So my head's still tubby, and if you understand what I mean by that, like, I don't see myself as anything but that. So it takes a little while, I guess, for the psychological stuff once the physical's back together. I used to weigh 360 pounds. I should post a picture. I don't think I have anything when I was like at my top weight. But yeah, thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. It's weird for me because like I'm not used to it. Like I don't think that way. But that's that. So Penny Picky Williams, have to run. Thanks for the invite. Enjoying getting to know you. It's a pleasure having you, Penny Pinky. Thanks for checking out Planet Common Sense. Appreciate it. And thanks for checking out the live show. Tell your friends. Tell them to come follow. Make sure you click follow. Everybody click follow. There's still a lot of you out there that haven't, that are on the site many times a day. Just click the button. Just, it makes me feel better. That's all. Just make me feel better. Dustin Stark, you sound like Pesci. But all New Yorkers sound like Pesci to people who are from, not New York. So that's kind of like a broad stroke. But I guess, whatever. Did anybody about that, like I said, about the Jim Norton thing? I don't know. I'm not watching the comments, so I don't know if anybody chimed in on that. But Kira Weber, Hobwood, it stinks and I don't like it. Jim Norton, Spider-Man. But do I sound like him? Like, do you get that? Just let me know. It's like it was bothering me. So let's see what else we got. Depth with the Norton nuances. Mary S. Joyner. Yeah. Emo Phillips. Deborah Patera. Don't say that. I don't like Emo Phillips. He's not funny. Mark Hutchins. I have an old friend who loves New York City, in his 50s and never drove. Did not need to. Do you drive or you just use transit? I actually haven't driven. I haven't owned a car in, I'm going to say 12 years. And I don't need to. I can get anywhere I need to go. I am within half a mile of local and long distance bus terminal, local and long distance trains. I took a bus in 2013 from New York to Fayetteville, North Carolina for the New Balance National Track and Field Championship to watch my son run a 5-minute race, and then got back on a bus 18 hours and took about, I get around. I know how to get around. I can get anywhere I need to go. I don't need to drive. And the thing is, man, you have no idea how much money you spend on a car until you're not doing that anymore. It's not about the carbon footprint, whatever. It's not that I don't care. It's just like, that's a side thing to it. It's just the cost of driving and the cost of parking and the cost of getting parking tickets and the cost of being a pathological contrarian and not paying those parking tickets because fuck you. There's that. There's a lot of things. But then your gas and your insurance and your repair and your tires, tune-ups, and it just all adds up. And it's just a ton of money. Like I've probably, if I haven't driven for 10 years, I know I've saved at least $50,000. And that's college tuition. So think about that. And again, if people have to drive, like if I lived somewhere where I had to drive, it sucked when I lived up in Chappaqua because I lived about probably a mile from the train station and it was up a big freaking mountain. And that was a pain in the ass. But I did the walk and whatever. Up there, it was different. But here, like where I'm at now, like I definitely don't need to drive. So Ronnie Fletcher is watching. Welcome. I don't remember if we've seen you before or not on the show. Somebody give me a time. I know I asked that a couple of times already. And probably 5 or 6 people have given me the time, and I just haven't noticed it because I started talking again. But I'm going to try and stare. I could just go across the street, actually, and look in the laundromat. Jim Thomas, you handled that so much more nicely than I would have. I know you're talking about one of the 2 walkers, but the delay on the comments to to what is actually happening in front of me is pretty strong. So I'm gonna have to go back and I'll check that out. No, wonder how that did look actually. I'll check that out when I look at the rebroadcast, and then tomorrow I'll follow it up online on the site, and I'll just type in some comments. I did that last week and it worked out pretty well. So, all right, let me walk across the street. I want to see what kind of time we got, and if it's not too, it's the other thing too with this, the time goes by so fast. It's like unreal. Like I start talking, and like I feel like I talked for 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden it was 45 minutes. So that's weird, and that's taking a little getting used to too. And it's kind of why I want to do the Sunday show, because it gives me more time. I kind of want to see how long I can go before like everybody's annoyed and I'm tired and all that. But so I want to go back up see how the laundry's doing, check on that, and see what kind of time we got left. What? I can't hear you. All right, another one. I'm just walking. Forget that. So because I want to get into the other stuff I started talking about before about the shadow banning and all that. I just want you to understand like what that's all about and like the structure to it. And when I tell you about invites, like what that means. So I'm just gonna go check and see. I just want to see what time it is. Nobody's sending me anything. Check your wallet. I got my wallet, man. There's no fear of that here. Nicole, Guy de Cafiro, how are you? I miss you a lot. I hope you heard that. And we should talk soon. So, hey, Nicole. All right, anyway, that was okay. I got to put my glasses on so I can see the clock through the window. All right, so we're doing, it's like, I can't even see the clock. It's like 7:30. Oh, that means we did a damn hour already. What? That can't be right. Holy crackers. This kid can talk his ass off, can't he? All right, hang on. I got to go inside and see what's up with this. But and nobody bitched about the memes today, so that was kind of cool. I don't know if that was because like you were afraid to say anything, but thanks for that. I didn't feel like they were particularly good this week. There's a couple all right ones. Hang on. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Okay. We got 3 minutes left. Man, can I talk? All right, so we're not going to get too much into that other the perils of having a page of ours, of our type on Facebook. We're going to miss that again. That sucks. I'm going to make that first thing next week because I want to talk about that and get you guys to understand, so you know what I'm talking about when I say those things about like shadow ban. I know a lot of you probably do understand that. People who had pages, you know what that's all about. But I wish I would have got it through because I really did want to talk about that. And I don't feel like I talked about anything tonight. I feel like I just talked. So tell me what that was like. Like, was I annoying or was it cool or whatever? I know I could like go another hour and still not talk about anything, but see what's going on. Anywho, we're gonna head up and make a dining decision tonight. I think I'm going with the Chinese. Maybe I'm gonna go in. Maybe I'll go in. I'll take you guys inside because, like, I think they're gonna be less overtly hostile to me being in there and doing this than Ghetto Chicken would. So Ghetto Chicken looks like they don't like to take a lot of shit. Not that I'm gonna start any shit. I'm just gonna walk in. But anyway, we did an hour. We didn't really talk about anything, which is cool. I didn't get aggravated. We talked to a couple of people walking around and killed the whole hour. It went by so fast. I don't get it. Like, I feel like I time traveled, but I didn't. So, trying to catch a few more. Dustin Stark, I need to cattle prod Nick to get your website updated. Yeah. I hope we can do something. So we should probably talk about that, not live. Other than that, business is business, and let's just keep. We'll get together on that. What else we got? They want to bypass the electric. I almost just said the electrical college. I guess I'm a little tireder from talking than I thought I was. The electrical college. That's where she thinks it is. I could probably convince her this, the electrical college, and get her to say that. That'd be pretty funny. I did see something about that, but they, of course they do. And when that stops, like when they want to not like get rid of the electoral college anymore, when one of their candidates loses the popular vote, but won the electrical vote, I can't even say. I'm trying to say it right, and I can't say it right. The electoral mother freaking elect. I'll spell it. That's when they're going to give up on that nonsense and stop quacking about it. The first time they do that and they lose. They're one of their candidates loses. Then they'll be screaming, "Oh, we need the electoral college." I'm like freaking George Bush with nuclear. I can't say electoral. Oh, I said it. All right, good. I was focused. So here we are, Amy Chow Kitchen. I think we're gonna do a little shrimp with lobster sauce tonight. Let's go in and put the order in and see how it goes, and then I'll come out and say goodnight to y'all. So, but there's a whole bunch of people in here. Let's see what goes on. I have to talk quietly, so.
All right, you don't know the number. I'm about to let me text it.
Dirty Chinese. How you doing? Scrubbing the pots. Dopey kid's not here.
Ain't nobody. Yeah, you somebody here.
Great service.
Even when the police leave, you got a job. Tell them.
Hello?
You got a job when they see
Anytime, man.
it.
Look at the menu.
You got a job? No.
Yeah, this isn't working out so good. Gender couple. South Texas weather is good. Come on over. PW Cleveland. Never get arrested on a Friday. No, yeah, right? No release until Monday. Keep the man away. Get home safe. Brock Cridey, just see you popping up now. You missed the whole hour. You were there the whole time. Rain, sleet, and snow in West Virginia. PW Cleveland. 4 inches more here in Wisconsin. Yeah, you know, like nobody's even like looking at me in here. So I'm gonna wait about 10 more seconds, and then it's gonna be ghetto chicken.
The boneless spirits? I have a question.
Now somebody else came in and they're taking care of them first. So I think that's a wrap on Dirty Chinese, and we're gonna do laundry chicken, ghetto chicken instead.
There you go. In other words, I don't have to depend on nobody.
Yeah, that was ridiculous that I stood there for like fucking 5 minutes and they didn't even look at me. And then somebody else came in and they started taking their order. So I'll get that. I don't want to do this on camera. So I'm going to say goodnight to you now. We went a little over an hour today. Hopefully it was fun. I had a good time. I'm getting more comfortable, and we had a lot more people in here tonight than we did last time. So awesome on that. And I hope you like the show, and I hope you keep coming out and keep checking out Planet Common Sense. Go to Planet Common Sense. Get your friends in there. Get everybody to follow. 5,500 now. We just hit 5,500 this morning, I think, as a matter of fact. And I think it was the biggest 500, the fastest 500 jump since I started. Excuse me. So keep an eye on that. But, man, I tell you right now, and I know I keep harping on this, and I'm not, like, upset about it or anything because I get it. But there's so many of you that don't click follow that if every one of you who doesn't, who comes on the page constantly but isn't actually following the page, click the follow button tomorrow morning, we'd be at 10,000 without even batting an eye. And that's one of the things, you know, that would really, with everything they try to do to keep the numbers down, I can't think of a better way to piss everybody off than to double the size of the site overnight. That's a little unrealistic, but, you know, it's a happy little thought. But please, go to the site, click follow, tell your friends, get them all in there. Let's build this party up. Go to the backup site, which I'll post a link for. Get on board. Reserve your seat on the lifeboat for that day when it comes. Maybe it won't. Maybe it will. Who knows? It hasn't. I haven't been in Facebook jail in a long time, actually, which is kind of making me a little nervous. I got a feeling something's coming. But it's tough to really keep me in Facebook jail. At least it's tough to keep all of me in Facebook jail because I got my little backup agents to run the site when I'm in the slammer. So, but anyway, get on the backup site. Just, again, you go to the site, you click follow, and nothing's going to happen until something happens on regular Planet Common Sense. Then you'll get a message, hey, I'm over here now, and off you go. Check out the book, Thoughts from the Real. It's on Amazon. It's $3.99. I'll post a link for that. It's also available on Nook, which I don't know dick about, but somebody said last week or the week before that they bought the book on Nook, so I guess that works too. I don't think it's on anywhere else, and there are no hard copies. It's digital only. But again, Amazon, the title is no, the title is not. The title is Thoughts from the Real, and it's $3.99, so buy a book. The more books I sell, the closer we get to t-shirts, and that's all I have to say about that. Another great night. Had a lot of people come out. Thank you all so much for your continued support I love you guys. Can't wait to get going again. We'll see you on the site tomorrow. And I am going to go yell at some Chinese people and out. Good night.